You heard it here first. Bitcoin is going to zero. Zero. When it comes out, zero.
Hello guys, welcome again to the live stream. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Be ready. We need to be ready for this week. Actually, I think this week is going to be very important because maybe this week or next week we are going to see finally the resolution of this sideways this structure in macro timeframes. We have very big, very important signals right now in one day chart. Okay, first of all, if you want to know what I'm doing right now, I am doing nothing. I think sometimes the best trade is not trading. I am just out of the markets. I am not holding any cryptocurrencies and nothing. Even I close stocks as well, everything. And the reason is very simple. First of all, I want to start with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is well, today is testing the MA55 in weekly chart. In one day chart, as you can see here. Any close below this and showing the rejection, of course, you want to see the slope here. That means Bitcoin is getting ready for the major move, in this case to the downside. Yep. Now, I'm going to be very clear. As long Bitcoin is with the ADX in one day chart positive, I am not taking any long position right now. Even with 4-hour chart bullish divergences here forming, yeah, I mean, you can trade if you want. Yes, of course. I mean, you can do it. But you must be very careful. Why? Because right now, in my humble experience, I think the most important time frame for watching right now is one day chart and above. Because 4-hour chart, okay, you can say, okay, we have entry signal, potentially yes, we have here, and also the ADX looks like wants to be, looks like it's gonna get negative here. Okay, so if that happen, maybe you can see other leg up to maybe $40,000, but don't forget it. 12-hour chart, if you see 12-hour chart here, we have the ADX positive, very strong, and also we have the one day chart positive. Yeah, one day chart positive, and also let me show you something else. Look, the 2-day chart positive as well. This is very bad news, very bad news. Why? Because that means in higher time frames, the momentum to the downside, well, is getting real. So now, the most concerning signal I am watching right now here is this one. Well, let me show you here. We have sell signal right now with a new close on in 3-day chart. So we have now sell signal in 1-day chart, 2-day chart, and 3-day chart, and the last one actually for this puzzle was the 5-day chart. So right now we have sell signal for 5-day chart here. Of course, we don't have a confirmation right now. No, we need to wait the close in the. Let me see, 3 days. 3 days. Bitcoin any close below within this area, $40,000, 41, 38. I mean, Bitcoin must move up the next 48 hours and recover maybe 44, 45 in order to invalidate for you're looking for invalidation in this macro time frame. Any close like this, any just sell signal like this, we will have the confirmation of the 5-day chart rejection in OBB, and also sell signal in 5-day chart. So you know what does that means? Well, we have 1-day chart, 2-day chart, 3-day chart, and 5-day chart in sell signal. Is a cascade system, as I explained many times. And you will see finally sell signal here in weekly chart. How is gonna be the sell signal? Very simple. The next tick, the next 2 ticks, maybe you will see Bitcoin, the curve or the squeeze testing the 0 line here, and Bitcoin, instead of going up, you will see Bitcoin dropping. So this is the time to be very careful. Yeah, I know there are many traders that said no, to the moon right now, and this is, I am buying here. Totally respect, makes sense for me. Yes, because technically speaking, in 1-day chart, this is the area you should start buying right now. But if you are just focusing in 1-day chart, yeah, makes sense. But in my case, I like to see back macro time frames. So if you the question is, you want to buy here? Of course, yes, it makes sense for me. Yes, but in my case, I will not do it, not yet, because I need to see confirmation first. The first confirmation, and the most important thing here, I want to see Bitcoin in sideways here for at least maybe 2 weeks. Yeah, in sideways here 2 weeks. Why 2 weeks? Because we need to see the invalidation of macro time frames. I want to see 2-day chart, 3-day chart invalidated, and all the most important thing here, I want to see the 5-day chart invalidation with this sell signal. If we don't see invalidation here, so there is a very high probability you will see finally Bitcoin breaking 38. And let's talk about these kind of things. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna talk the bullish scenario. Bullish scenario for Bitcoin is simple: sideways in this area between 38, 39 here, sideways, consolidating here, and Bitcoin will make time to reset all the sell signals we have right now in macro timeframes. And after that, yes, to the moon again, at least after the test to 43, 44, and maybe 50, maybe $50,000 if that happen. But bulls, they have a lot of work to do. Okay, a lot of work to do. So because they need to defend this area between 38 and 37, 38, 39, this area, for maybe 1 week or two. Same thing they were doing here again. Remember, Bitcoin was here for almost 1 month. I need to see Bitcoin doing something like this. Now, the concern thing here is in 1 day chart, the volatility. Volatility is expanding right now. ADX is positive, and Bitcoin is in the edge or breaking the last key level in macro time frames, $38,000. Now, let me be very clear. If Bitcoin breaks this level, 38 here, the next target I'm gonna start looking for is not 35, is not 34, is around mid-20s, around here, between $30,000 to 27. This is the area. Why? Because macro time frames is gonna play. Let me explain. Weekly chart is gonna be like this. Okay, testing the mid-55 to keep falling. That is the speculation here. Of course, from this area we will see other leg up here and continuation, because this is going to be the confirmation of downturn in weekly chart, and your favorite altcoin is going to be destroyed. Okay, so that's why, same as yesterday, $38,000 is the most important level right now for bulls. Very bullish, yes, about 42, 43, better 44 this week. If we don't see this week this asset moving up, it's time to just cancel and just wait. And also just in case, because I am trusting my system, especially when I see micro time frames in the same page. Let me explain. You see here sell signal in 1 day chart, of course, 2 day chart, same thing, 3 day chart, same thing, 5 day chart, same thing, and weekly chart with potential rejection in progress right now. So that's why for me it's better just be outside of the markets and just stay in the just watching right now. I am not trading, as I said before. Even if I have buy signal in 4 hours, I will not trade that signal, because actually for me it could be the next short. Now, I am not using this indicator, let me show you, but it's very interesting because it was working very good in 2017, 2018. I used it in that time, and it works actually. It was working very good. Let me show you the moving simple average. The moving simple average 200, as you can see in 1 day chart, is a very long term and a very classic way of trading. But well, if you apply this in my system, with my system, you will see something very interesting. Every time when the simple moving average is tested, for example here, rejection, after that leg down, here confirmation here, another leg up here, and also when it's breaking, you see very interesting moves, and after that, I mean, it's a very good, very slow, but I will say very effective way of trading in the long term. Just few times in the year you will see this MA tested, and look at this. Bitcoin got rejected by MA 200 around $48,000 to 300 in March 29. But let me show you something. The 3 day chart. A 3 day chart is very impressive. What is happening right now? I saw exactly the same pattern, or very similar way of trading. Pattern here in the charts, and you know where? Well, and when? 2019. 3 day chart was acting as the 200 moving average was acting as a very strong support for maybe 6 months, no, 3-4 months, and after that, eventually, when you saw this level test breaking, well, you will see a massive sell-off. Let me show you when the last time that happened. Well, look at this. Look at this. And look at this, right? It's looking very similar, right? So I am not saying I don't believe in fractals. I am not saying it's gonna happen the same thing, but every time when you see, especially in 3-day chart, because usually before in 2019 I was using 3-day chart very often instead of 5-day chart, but I will say it's because I changed my way of trading. I became more like swing trader, more long-term trader. Okay, more long-term. That's why I started using 5-day chart instead of 3-day chart. But let me show you something. Every time when the moving the simple moving average 200 is breaking here, for example, you will see major drops for Bitcoin. For example, here 50%, here 40%. Well, you can imply any break here based on the volatility, based on all the things I told you, because always when I show you my technical analysis, I am trying to show you with facts, right? Not like my imagination, not because I have a dream, no. Based on the probabilities, looks like everything is getting, how can I say this, in the same page to see a major move. Remember my rules in 1-day chart. Every time when you see the volatility very low, you can expect 10,000, 15,000 move, right? In this case, this is very simple. Where is this level? $38,000, right here. Between 39, 38, any close below here in this week, yeah, technically speaking, and also you see the volatility expanding, you will see a massive sell-off. Yeah, breakdown. This is very scary actually. Yes, you are right, my friend, because for me it's okay. I'm very happy because if I see something like this, well, let me show you here what happened in 2018. Around 53% crash, and from here and 44%. If we can say, okay, maybe 45-50% crash from here, well, you can expect around $14,000 hit. Of course, this is gonna be capitulation, my friends. If you see something like this, it's capitulation. It's something like you must be very happy, because if you see something like this, you know what happened, what I said yesterday, right? So these kind of opportunities you will have maybe one time every 2 years. Well, you will have your chance. Now, invalidations, simple. Bitcoin must hold this level between 39, 38, and close there, about there, maybe after 2 weeks, the rest of the month, in order to invalidate this bearish setup. Okay, so as long Bitcoin is holding this area, $38,000, 39, 2 weeks. I mean the rest of the month. You can expect, okay, at least other tests to $44,000-$45,000. Okay, but as I said before, this is looking, in my experience, in my humble, I can be totally wrong, my friends, of course, but in my experience, this is for me a very beautiful distribution in the highs, in macro highs. About psychology of trading, how many millionaires you know they are promoting Bitcoin right now and cryptocurrencies? And why? Just think about it, my friend. You are a retailer like me, right? So that means what? That means we don't have the power of moving the markets. I mean, we don't have millions to just, okay, I'm gonna buy $10 million of Bitcoin, I'm gonna pump the Ponzi. No. If they are promoting these kind of things, and you see your favorite millionaires, I don't want to say names, influencers, just promoting garbage and these kind of things, is because they are what? They want to take money from retailers, right? Because usually when these kind of people they vote maybe around here, and they are using their power in social networks to start just manipulating people. So that, for me, this is especially what is happening right now here. People are talking about, oh, metaverse, NFTs, the next blockchain, blah 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 blah, and on all the newbies from 2021, 2020, they are just buying the dip. Very funny, buying the dip. Yeah, keep buying the dip. As I said, if you are new in the markets, let me tell you something. You have no idea what is a bear market. You don't know what is a bear market, so that's why I think we need to be careful. We need to be very careful. I am not saying you have to sell everything, of course not. Just manage your risk, and just be ready. Be ready, because USDT dominance is the most beautiful chart I can see right now in the markets, and if this is very bullish. Let me show you here. We have buy signal right now. Volatility contracted here. We have expansion here, buy signal here in ADX positive in today chart. Very powerful buy signal here in progress for 1-day chart. On 5-day chart, well, testing the zero line, and this asset is moving up. So weekly chart, as you can see here, volatility expanding, so that means this asset is getting ready to move in the macro time frames, and also the ADX is gonna, the loss slope is gonna be positive in the next close. So I think you need to be ready. I mean, in my case, I am getting ready for this. Okay, guys. So one moment, just one moment. I need to do something. I will right back. Okay. Sorry, my friends, you know, my cats. Okay, so let's continue. We are, as usual, in these lives, in this channel, my friends, we are talking about realistic technical analysis, okay? So, in 2021, when I was in November here, for more than 1 month, I was just warning you, like, hey, careful. Lofi in the background. Yeah, I think, yeah, I will do it, Jonathan. Yeah, thank you for your advice. Yeah, so when I was here in 2021 in November, or here and here, well, usually people call me crazy. Why? Because when they are here, they are in climax, they are to the moon, to Mars, to Jupiter, whatever, right? Here. And usually I am in the contrarian side. And here, people, they are saying again, here, okay, yes, this is a pullback. Technically speaking, it was a pullback here, because this is the area Bitcoin must respect between 43, 44. After I saw this drop here, breaking key levels again, Bitcoin. The probabilities to the downside are higher right now, and well, based on the macro time frames and all the sell signals I can see, as I show you right now, well, I will tell you something. Maybe I can be wrong. I hope to be wrong, yes, but my technical analysis for long time, again, I can tell you something like this. This is just like this in weekly basis, is a bounce to keep falling. Okay, that is gonna be my conclusion after this, and this is a technical analysis I can show you today in weekly chart. So as long as the only thing is missing here is I need to see breaking $38,000. If I don't see it, okay, maybe I will change my mind, but as long as I have from 1-day chart to 5-day chart all the sell signals present, I will not change my technical analysis. So this is the technical analysis. Now I'm going to change, as you can see here. I am not saying I am bearish right now, of course not, but think about this. This is weekly chart. If you don't see Bitcoin bullish in the next 2 weeks, May, June, July, many people will cry. Many. So for now, I can say right now, Bitcoin is just testing the MA55, getting rejected, and it's gonna test the lowest point around 34, 37. Technically speaking, is the area I'm gonna start looking for, yes, but this time I am gonna start looking for the resolution of all this move, and you will see mid-20s. And now, let me show you something, okay? Bitcoin in weekly basis, gaps here, one gap here, other gap here. We have a gap in 26. In one day chart, we have around 17, and we have gaps in $9,000. What I'll show you this is because it's just about time. I don't know when. It could be years. It could be tomorrow. I have no idea. The only thing I can tell you is if you have experience with gaps because you're coming from stocks, I think you read about this, but the how many times they hit 100% all the time. So that means in some point, I don't know when, we are gonna see Bitcoin testing this area again. It could be this year, it could be next year, it could be Bitcoin maybe could go to 150k first and after that crash to 10,000, who knows. But the only thing I can tell you, we will see in some point this price again. Examples, very simple. Bitcoin in 2011 here. In 2011, printed a gap here, around here in one day chart, and after more than 1 year and a half, you saw finally the gap filled here. After that, you saw a pullback, and after that, continuation. So the only thing I'm trying to tell you here in this live stream, my friend, is be realistic with your targets. Be realistic with your targets, okay? If you are buying right now, okay, but if makes sense for me if you are long-term holder. If you are holder, because that means you're not a trader, you are a holder. Well, if this asset is gonna crash, buy more and buy more and buy more, because I know you will never sell, so that is okay. But in my case, I am a trader, I am long-term trader, so I will not just buy here because no. The potential crash is real right now. Is real. Okay. So let's talk about the next chart is the total market cap 2. Sorry, total 2 here, and let me show you here. Technically speaking, I cannot change the trend here in this area because it's just consolidating here. But let me show you here. We have sell signal here present, yes. In 1 day chart, yes. 2 day chart, yes. 3 day chart, well, not yet. Maybe we'll see the close very soon. And the most concerning thing here is the 5 day chart. 5 day chart is testing the zero line here. It's a zero line here. But let me ask you something. Do you see the price or the total market cap to the moon? No, right? And that is the biggest difference. In 2021, when you have this, let's study a little bit. Here, let me show you what happened when the curve or a squeeze was testing the zero line. Well, this asset was very far away from the MA21 by around 50%. And now let me show you here. Same scenario. Here, testing the zero line, but now where is the asset? Well, even it's breaking to MA55. So this was just a bounce here to keep falling. Okay, simple. That is according to my rules, of course. This is my technical analysis. And now let me explain something. Timing is very important. When you see this purple color here, and the asset, for example, Theta, let me show you Theta, because Theta did exactly the same what I want to explain in this live stream. Theta, in February, I said, hey, around 3 or 2, this is the area for start buying Theta, and let me show you something. Well, when I saw this signal here, around here, okay, Theta, we have sideways here, confirmation of sideways. Okay, Theta has a lot of time to test the zero line here, and because I don't know the future, right? I cannot see the future. I was here, yeah. I said, okay, we have potential buy signal here. Okay, perfect. So after we got the confirmation here, okay, I will enter in the pullback in the 1 day chart. Okay, what happened? We saw a pullback here. In this pullback, I entered here. I bought here Theta. If it was in February, I was holding for almost 2 months. And after that, I said, okay, Theta has, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 months to reach the zero line here. Yeah. In that time, that means Theta has 2 months, 2 or 3 months to at least reach the MA55. Okay, at least. Of course, I'm gonna be very happy if I see Theta breaking the MA55 here and the curve is still negative. That means it's going to, you will see higher. So let me show you what happened after that. Well, we have to wait 2 months because this is a long-term trade, long term. As you can see here, accumulation here, perfect, no problem. The trade is still valid. And after that, what happened? As expected, Theta tested the MA55, but pay attention here. Tested the MA55 here, but the time is over. Why? Because the curve tested the zero line and also the curve testing the MA55. So that means there is a very high chance in the next 2-3 weeks you will see a rejection because the next signal is gonna fire very soon. Let me show you here. That is the thing. That's why it's very important timing, and you need to practice. If you are studying my system, you need to practice, and don't forget timing. Timing is very important in this. Okay, so let's continue talking about. If you want to check other altcoins, please let me know. I think we checked yesterday, so it's gonna be the same thing. You are looking for trades in short, very short term. In my case, I am out of the markets. Altcoins. I will not trade altcoins right now. I will wait for Bitcoin to see. I want to see the confirmation of Bitcoin. One guy in my group said we have bullish divergence in 4-hour chart. Yes, you are right, my friend. You are right. But even with this bullish scenario here, we don't have bullish scenario. We don't have bullish divergence in curve. Maybe in the squeeze we have. And the most important thing here is why I'm very careful in 4-hour chart. Simple, because I know 12-hour chart the ADX is positive, and when the chart ADX is positive, and 2-day chart ADX is positive. So, serious question: do you think it's smart to go long right now? I don't think so. I mean, not, at least not in my case. So okay, so wait for confirmations. Wait confirmations, and that is the most. Okay, let's start with AVAX in 4-hour and 1-day chart. Okay, 4-hour chart, we have bullish divergences here in 4-hour chart. Yeah, as you can see here, we have the entry right now. We have the entry right now here. Well, actually, yes, right now, 8 hours before, and the target usually is between MA21 or MA55 here. But this is just a bounce to what? Keep falling. That's it. Okay. And as I said, if you are gonna trade, be careful with your positions, and always you manage your risk stops or your stops. Okay. Now we know this in 4-hour chart. Now what happened with 1-day chart? Okay, we have ADX positive. ADX positive, and this is breaking key levels. I mean, around 85. Question: do you think this is gonna hold, or what happened? No, we don't have entry here. For me, about risk management, if I know ADX is positive in 1-day chart, I will not trade 4-hour chart even if I have high signal, because that 4-hour chart potentially is a sell signal continuation to the downside. That's why. So just careful with your trades. Okay, careful. Okay, so let's continue talk with XRP. XRP, one moment. Okay, one moment. It's because my cat. One moment. Sorry, sorry. Yeah, he wants to jump to my desk. Oh my god. Okay, okay, okay. So let's continue with XRP. XRP, XRP. XRP. Let me just do this. Okay. Yeah. First of all, here we said XRP must hold 70.79. Yes. And the question is, we have a signal right now? Of course not. No, we don't have it. We have ADX positive here, so that means the momentum in 1-day chart is to the downside. So technically speaking, you are in the lowest point right now for XRP. If you are trading for our chart, for example, you want to trade the bounce, well, that is the area you should start looking for. But as I said before, be careful, manage your risk, your stops, and everything, because if the ADX is still positive in 1-day chart, well, you know what is going to be the result. This one, my friend, this one, this line is the ADX in my indicator. Okay, this line you see here is a 23 level in the ADX, and as you can see here, the info panel, you can see the value is 21. So that means the next close for XRP, and you see this asset, the ADX crossing 23 level today, well, next close, and it's positive, be ready for more downside for XRP. So that's why it's not very smart trading right now, at least in long position. I mean, not long, not short. I mean, no, because of course this is not. I am not saying go short. No. Be careful with that. I am not saying go short. This is the area not for longs, not for shorts. This is the area for Netflix. Simple. Okay, so let me see which one, which other. Yeah, yeah. I wanna check Solana. No, I want to show you Cadena first. Cadena is very important. Why? Because we can learn about risk management. Okay. First of all, here we have in Cadena here. In Cadena, in 1-day chart, my average price was around $6 with 45 cents around here, 45 cents here, yeah. And I said, okay, any close below this area around $6, yes, you will see leg down, and also you will, in the long term, you will see a leg down to 4, and eventually you will see a breakdown. And this is the reason why even if you have a very good setup, because actually this was very good setup, I was very bullish on this, but when you have a very good setup, if you don't see Bitcoin healthy, you know what happened. That is the problem. Bitcoin rules the market, okay? Doesn't matter if you have a very good setup in your altcoin. If Bitcoin crash, everything is gonna, or there is a very high probability you will see your setup destroyed here. But risk management is the most. For example, here, if I close my position around here, I took a small loss around, I don't know, I lost maybe just 3% of this position, but here is around 15%, and in the long term it's gonna be around maybe 30% loss if I don't manage my risk. And why I am saying this is because simple. We have the chart. Let me show you here. ME55 broken here, yes, and the most important thing here, the time is over. Yeah, the curve is gonna test the zero line here, and when you see that, and also the price is breaking key levels, you will see a full sell-off all the way down to $2 in the long term. Okay, so let's continue with, let's buy Netflix. Yes. Look, let me see what that's what I thought. Okay, look, I think there is a confusion about ADX. ADX is gonna tell you the strength of the trend, if it's strong or not, or is weak, or is starting or is ending. Okay, it's not gonna tell you the direction of the market. The direction of the market is your job as a trader, but the strength of the trend or the move, that is the thing you can use. That's why you can use. This is the reason why you can use ADX. Let me explain a little bit here. We have here Bitcoin in one day chart here, in one day chart here. When you see Bitcoin is, for example here, when you see the ADX getting positive here, yeah, positive here, the slope is positive, so that means potentially is a new trend, a new trend is emerging in the price. And what happened? Bitcoin from $40,000 move up all the way up, all the way to 48, 49. You see? Now we have the same signature here, but this time Bitcoin is dropping. So when as long we have this sell signal here in ADX, potentially there is a new trend emerging right now, but in this case the direction is to the downside. Yeah, to the downside. Now the only thing you don't want to see is you don't want to see this week the ADX increasing here and breaking 23, because if you see breaking 23, well, last time when you saw Bitcoin doing this last year, what happened? ADX breaking 23, Bitcoin dropped all the around 35%. Okay, because this is a trend. Okay, this is a trend. ADX is gonna help you with that. Okay. Exactly, my friend. When it's negative, that means the previous trend, or regardless of the direction, is ending. Okay, so Facebook, when we got the stock. Okay, let's talk about the stocks, because I think for Bitcoin, it's done. I finished. So okay, let's start with BABA. BABA, I closed my positions in BABA around 110, around here. Why? Because, well, as you can see here, this is just a bounce, yeah, and I mean, I could just keep holding my positions here at 75 because I catch the bottom, yes, but I am a trader. I am a trader, right? So I know here it will be a very strong resistance here. I was waiting for BABA breaking this level and continue to the upside, right? But it's not happening, okay? So what I did, just I managed my risk and I locked some profits here, and look at this. Looks like if 97 is broken here, BABA is going maybe it's not going to test 75 anymore, but it will be around 80, 85, around there. So that is the next wave I am looking for, and the next buy opportunity I'm looking for, something like this. Let me show you. Something like this. So, but it's gonna take time because the volatility here is very low. So you can see we have a sell signal here in progress. It's testing the zero line here, but of course the price is working very good. I mean, this sell signal was very good because it's breaking key levels. Is not when I saw this asset breaking the mid-21, I closed my position. And now let me show you something. Here in weekly chart we have better bullish divergence in this point and this point. I think I already play out. Now the biggest thing I can see for BABA is just sideways here, consolidating here, and see some accumulation here in the long term, and after that we can start speculating to the upside. As I said, if you are long-term holder for this, if you are around 75, 70, 80, around there, I think you're safe. Okay, let's continue with Facebook. Meta platforms. Okay, we have here buy signal for Facebook, but in my case I close my position here. Why? Because I am playing the pullback in one day chart. Let me show you. We have this pullback here. When I saw the MA55 tested and rejection, that is the most important thing, rejection. Well, there is a very high part that you will see Facebook again testing maybe 200 and 190, around there. I don't see Facebook breaking the previous low. I don't think so. I think it's just a pullback here, continuation to the upside. The reason is simple. Weekly chart is clear. We have a buy signal here. Of course, you need to keep in mind this buy signal here is for months, at least 3-4 months of price action. So you have to wait. Now, let's talk about gold. This asset is bullish, my friend. Bullish. In the long term, I'm expecting that auto test to the previous high here in the long term. ADX positive, weekly positive. I mean, curve is positive. Here, super bullish. I am very bullish on this. I think I told you like maybe 2 weeks ago. This is very bullish. ADX positive. This is gonna break, and you will see new ATA in some point. After 200, you will see destruction in the market, stocks, and Bitcoin. Bitcoin is gonna crash, of course, and you will see very soon you will see this breakout. This is a monthly breakout. Yeah, so let's continue with, that's why I'm very defensive in the stocks and also Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. I am very because I saw this. As long as you have gold bullish in macro time frames, what are you doing in stocks? Hoping or what? Well, in my humble opinion, of course, my friends, I am not financial advisor. Please, all the content I am providing here is just for educational purposes. Okay, remember, your own choices, your trades, your own choices. Just manage your risk. Okay. Okay, so let's continue with other altcoins or other stocks. Let me see here, and yeah, I want to check Ethereum because Ethereum usually is doing something different as Bitcoin, before Bitcoin actually. Let me see here. We have timing. Timing is very important. Any close this weekend below $3,000, and also the time is over. 2 weeks left, my friends. 2 weeks left. This month, you don't see your favorite altcoin moving up, Bitcoin and Ethereum, for example. Time is over, and you will see this invalidation, and you will see continuation to the downside. I can tell you right now why OBB is my lead indicator, because there is no volume in the market right now. There is no volume. Every time when the price is moving, someone with a lot of money is selling. Okay, guys, I think I am almost done for today. Let me see if I see something else. I think no. I think I want to show you something different today. Is something I learned from one very old trader around 5 years ago, and this is something that is not common, and I can see especially in Western trading. I mean, Europe, States, they don't trade in this way. Please open your mind, okay? Open your mind. I'm gonna show you something very interesting, because actually in the long term, it's very powerful to identify if you want to identify key levels in the market. Okay, let me show you. I'm gonna clean this. I'm gonna clean here, and I'm gonna do it for Bitcoin and BLX. I think it's the first time I'm gonna show this in this live stream, because in my previous group I was talking about this a lot of time, but let me show you here. We have different charts right now here, right? One of the charts we are gonna use is the KD chart. I know maybe it's the first time you heard about this, but let me show you something. Yeah, KD chart is a very delayed in chart with a lot of lag, of course, but it's using ATR. Okay, it's not very common. You will not find a lot of information here, especially in English. You will not find a lot of information, because it's not very popular in Western style of trading. But well, in Asian countries, Asian traders, they like to use it. And actually, let me tell you something. It's very powerful. Very powerful. Let me show you here. When you see this, you have this kind of zone of confluence here. You can expect a massive resistance of support. And let me tell you something. In 1 day chart, well, where is the lowest point here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 points here. $38,000, $39,000, right? Any close below there, as you can see here, there is no area of support. There is nothing here to support the area, and you will see a breakdown all the way down to well, the first area is going to be $20,000, $17,000, and the next area is going to be around $12,000. Now, you can identify trends with this. Yes, when you see this chart is breaking the previous high here, is the color is going to be green, but when it's a lag indicator, the signals are actually very powerful. Let me tell you something. One time, just I was using this without indicators and actually got very good results as investor, of course, right? Swing trader. Let me show you what happened here. I think it's in weekly chart. Now, look at this. We have this indicator is gonna close this. Sorry, this chart is gonna close next week because it's 1 week of delay. It's around 46. Bitcoin drop right now, and the support or the key level, the key level in weekly chart. This based on this chart must hold Bitcoin. It was between $43,000 and $42,000. Remember? Well, this is this is 42 and 43, as you can see here, and the next relevant area according to this one is 36, $37,000 and 35. Remember? Well, if you remember, in February, Bitcoin was bouncing from 34, 35, but as you can see here, any close below these areas, there is nothing to stop Bitcoin to break, and also you will see $20,000, the first area in weekly chart, and of course in weekly chart, I mean a bear monthly market is around $3,000. Of course, always I use 1 day chart because 1 day chart is gonna tell me where are the biggest areas right now. Now in resistance right now here with this Kagi chart, you can see the confluence here between this point and this point. Is between $54,000 and $50,000. So I know it's a little bit confusing, but I think sometimes it's very useful when you see different charts or different ways of thinking. But as you can see here, even the levels are very similar. I learned this how to read these indicators, I think maybe 4 years ago in one of my trips around Asia. I met one very old trader, and he was explaining me this. He was very kind, very kind, and I realized he was using this, and let me tell you something, his trading journal was quite good actually. Yeah, just info. You're curious about something, just check, have a look, and it's up to you. Okay, just I wanted to show you something different in this live stream. Okay, so let's continue with the Bitcoin technical analysis, and I think I finished, right? I finished. I am not using Ichimoku Cloud because it's very similar as the moving average, so I am not using. Okay, so let me see if I'm missing something. Nope, I think I finished for today, guys. Okay, so yeah, I think it's done. Recap for Bitcoin. Simple. Today I'm gonna watch Netflix. That is my technical analysis for Bitcoin. I am out of the markets. I am not buying anything. I need to see confirmations, and all this week I'm gonna be very transparent with all of you guys. I am not expecting to trade all this week. Why? Because my next potential big trade is gonna be potentially a short. Let me tell you why. Bitcoin is testing the 55 in 1 day chart in OBB, following my own rules. If I see the slope getting negative here, that means Bitcoin is gonna break 38, and that means swing short position from $38,000, thinking Bitcoin is gonna break key levels, and you will see maybe $30,000, $28,000. That is gonna be my next big short. As I said, I need to see confirmations because, of course, today is not smart short in the market right now here. That's why we follow rules, and we need to follow the rules. The rules, according to my system, is I need to see rejection here in 1 day chart because, technically speaking, this is a test, so you can expect a bounce here. Okay, so I need to see breaking down here, bouncing here, and after that, okay, continuation to the downside. Okay, so don't chase the market and just be happy. Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments or in the group. About some guys, they are having problems with TradingView. They cannot access to the indicators. Please log out and log in again and try again, please. Because all the tickets I have in the Discord, I think all of them I did it. I grant the access to all the indicators. to all the people they ask me. Okay, guys, have a nice day and be ready. Be ready. I hope to be right, because if I am right with this, I think we will have a very good chance to catch all the market in a big discount. See you tomorrow.
You heard it here first. Bitcoin is going to zero.